yɛde nsɛm no ɛde ɛba yɛ ɛnyɛ ketewa deɛ kyɛ ɛne sɛ anɔpa mede wobɛwuram exclusives ɛwɔ asante kɔtɔkɔ exclusives ɛwɔ mahwɛyɛ san so ɛna yɛba ne yɛba ɛbɛwuram ɛwɔ nsɛm foforɔ mu a ɛno nso no yɛde nsɛm pii ɛde ɛfiri hɔ ɛde ɛba ɛnyɛ asɛm ketewa wonim sɛ hate folk yɛwɔ exclusives ɛfiri mahwɛyɛ wode w'ani kyɛ wɔ Ghana Football Association a exclusives ɛnso ɛba ɛnɛ anɔpa yi ɛnti yɛnkɔɛ na afei yɛnsɛ nsɛm no se baabi a wɔbia no welcome on board pɛpɛnie ma me relaxe na menyi nsɛm no baako ɛmfa ɛma wo na yɛbɛsa seɛ ɛde afiri Asante Kotoko wɔnom asoɛyɛ wowuram ɛwɔ Kotoko a ɛtiɛfoɔ ɛntie ne yie paa ɛnora anwummerɛ ɛna Asante Kotoko de official communique ɛde ɛbaeɛ Asante Kotoko official communique no wɔn sɛ Asante Kotoko wɔn ayɛ structural changes ɛwɔ the IMC mu mɛba ne mama details Asante Kotoko wɔn ayɛ appointment bi na ɔkae sɛ last 2 weeks ɛbɛtɔ dwa na wɔn sɛ ayi meet akɔ so ne adeade a ɛma mɛbɛka kyɛw sɛ daabi meet bia nkɔ so wɔ baabi a last 2 weeks a ɔpemsoɔ ne abere in fact on Monday abra ne ba akyempemene ɔyere bɛdu sɛ ɛda mpam na nkɔfɔ sɛ ɔpemsoɔ ahyia IMC nam sɛ daabi ɛnyɛ no korɛ. Now this is what we can report and this is what we can tell you. It is authentic as usual. Yedemawa na what we see the information at the EMA. The Chelsea coach James Kwesiapia ono or IMC member in charge of technical decisions. Asante Kotoko omo coach and the James Kwesiapia or IMC member in charge of technical decisions. Na no near ono ekolidi the Falcon of Jenny of Sudan. Adi ama qualify AFCON 2025. It's Thursday. Ana coach Kwesiapia ebedu Ghana. Meka chose Kwesi ba obesiki audience with a wise one, with a great king, with a pemso, no akwadanase. Na afei wachechem adi akyere no. Na essence so na in charge of technical decisions nti Kwesi kopiema technical discussions on Asante Kotoko ebekɔ so awomanhia. Ampa coach James Kwesiapia ekopiemu na ɛhɔ and that discusses outdoor. I manage here about Asante Kotoko. Makacho so pemso ni nyansem no on take decisions kwa. One or the be atrase se ni pakono enya member in charge of technical ni pakono ni wa opemso en take decision. Enti eho ena Kwesiapia ene ebobon komo no so a. Na me pacho tieni proponent Ogum as we speak onya part of the Kotoko IMC BM. Enti Asante Kotoko some management committee proponent Ogum onkobi just inviting as the head coach say omra emehia minim so tia sama me kanazia enei say management of Kotoko share meeting na proponent Ogum anya part of that meeting unless he is invited to come to the meeting to answer questions or to give briefing to the management. And here can say proper anya part of the Kotoko IMC going forward. Na me pacho tienie pa ma cheche mu ha dia kyerɛ mo saa severally and confess I na the IMC no omon pam prosper me catch us the IMC were not clothed with the power to sack eson say nana penkra krata na body din afa no so ma adwuma from nhyɛ saa krata na ana bɔ Kwesiapia din saa krata na abɔ da so bari din saa krata na abɔ coach Prosperity Ogum din enei once Prosperity Ogum concentrating on the technical duties of Kotoko. The channel say IMC no epesa wamo epam prosper. They will do recommendations. Still, they don't have the power. IMC no. Omuni power so much crata say ya pam prosper. But the omba say omoba recommended to the great king, to the life patron of Asante Kotoko, the owner. Say coach and mon ebia and Sonny. Enti ya pesa my permission. Na yeja coach no kwa then if that permission is given they can now sack the coach. And as it stands now proponent Ogum onya IMC member biem that we can tell you for a fact that proponent Ogum is no more an IMC member of Asante Kotoko. And therefore meeting no ekoye discussions akoso na yampa prosper agitum se sadua ro minim little moko obuase na ya Kotoko ne was it Samates and a little Ebra voices of Chairman Kwakwampoza K5, the Asante Regional Circle Chairman, and the Alexander Manu, and Afe Chairman Solo, our person National Circle Chairman. Omunina can say, as a coach in the dual role, as will play double role, or a coach, or a management member, as a or stop it down, El Baku, and Bakuria IMC. Me pacho makacho sa Asante Kotoko. Open so akase a chitafono, and a team ayomutia, or your boy, or your bono, and the machitafo, or your club and the machitafono. And Chitafono suno, Aqua Quadrumensia, Ama and postponement Ogum, why answerable to the IMC. Say about matches you are, postponement IMC, no more of my technical meeting, while be church him, your Koto player, management a proposal, postponement, no about church him or the player D bar, or be defended, and son of IMC no, Amana Quenya, Sir Uncle Kotos are pleasant. After Mamin Tosso Ewa, me pacho, Mamin for 2 dollars, postponement Ogum at the meeting. Ombusa a done a team performance, say, Ejijasa, and then I say team performance and Kwankai, and no, and a Ogum Echim, or some penny for Monima. Tim no, your squad size in Esha, and Ranche me Nukrako US or Mama, and I face so injuries as also a higher. Eti proper extra reasons in Tia, Kotoko last 4 games before Mokwadjana, no Mulusulusuno, and was I Asante Kotoko. Almost squad size in the Esha. Who is squad size now? Injuries aba. Emran Timmy Nukrade, Omo Jani Sudan for me, Omo Jani. Etiano, Adia. A she, Elbeja. A tip for your trousseau. No, young for Tucha, Sir Ebra, Prosper, and the sound explanation in Baya. Or Casa Sudan for me, Nukrade, Omo Jani. I want a question, a question by. I'm Yabusa, IMC follow. Sir, hey. Some rancher me was some at the sign, me patroti. Asante Kotoko, IMC chairman rapping cra, adding Chemu by. Sir Omacho Krata, at the Amanda Ghana Football Association. One more legal advice on the way forward. Nemum, Adiabako, and sir, one more, and that young rancher, Omobusuakatia, Omogusucha, Omo suspend your pay. Uya no free one, Omacho Krata, at the Sudanese Football Federation. Eti Sudan, Omo Football Federation no, ayadea, Omo the crowd at the among. And so, Omo ye, and Omo essential a bomber, and the crowd akoma class na, and 19 free a buy. It has a company for SKHM and the chair, open so, Krora, Timura, say ayadea, Omo suspended the salaries of the boys, and our face, no, apart from salaries, no, Omo Asame sure, say Emrancheno. Wamo are reporting at the about the GFE, omo legal advice going forward. Nebia omo the terminate omo a contract no, and also a issue bakwa a toja elmesia. Yan trosso. Me pacho enra ebra and also another meeting no koso ebra prosper ogum aka squad size and open so assure IMC no say there is more money. Sika bottle adao. Sikotoko sa person player. Kotoko pesa transfer marketer ya baba bi window e ba bi omoto players of course wamo available mensia available so obeyi sika botre e de asopoto ama Asante Kotoko recruitment bi on boso mo ye bia won mo enso abomoden atimi aye eno assurance bakwa e free mensia enso ekoye e de ma the IMC say IMC no e person mo ye recruitment of course wamo inform budget emra na ayadea sika de krowura timura aye krado se obaboa na fe emranche na abomoden anasa
akuma FM 87.9
Kumasi at top players enso e de afri ho eno aye bako a etodwa metimi ne wonsem no e de amawo ye ntoso ye nweye ye gina manhia fikasiem ani meeting kase a IMC no ekoye me pacho ti haye pa makacho sa hade ye trase filler house ye de nsem nyina edema tie unim say last season na Proper interview so no opem so ka chere say o me hye team ne man for years say kwaji league bi ani me pacho na no meet e pass no I can report to you say Proper Ogum has been charged by the great king say on Ghana Premier League ni bi it is say there proper nete Ogum opem so charge no se onjili no emfa ema no eno eya dia ba kwa metimi aka e de achewa eno so enye asem keto akra eti proper has been charged by the great king se onje the Ghana Premier League eno eya dia ba kwa eno so ewo yento so yenye ene ye wo fele so ha papa ne ye beyi ni nyina ade ama wa enya asem keto ba kunie me pacho ni se Asante Kotoko se omubo mu home games ewo boase Lenkley Sports Stadium makacho se oboase Lenkley Sports Stadium Kotoko in the process omo person mo stadium no na bedane Asante Kotoko wanum edia na discussions eba so se Kotoko ebe se ba abebo baba yara ni nyina ne se Kotoko for age permission IMC no ompem so na mo permission so mo nkomo games oboase e job sa person mo ba meeting na se wo erizie tie asaba person ka chomo se omo ne achitafo no kodi nkomo se Kotoko achitafo no comfortable se Kotoko achitafo no available Kotoko achitafo no ready omo crowd setim no emra amebo enso ewo kumase a no problem empanyifo emra na wonum emra mebo tie nie pa we felasa ya bolo anopai ede ebrewa enya asem ketokra makacho se ne ya de felas akese ena ede ebrew ewo kasafidie no so.
Don't touch that dial.
Man touch it, o touch ya ubelusu ni oma bebrebe anopai me so touch ya bede.
Don't touch that dial.
Ya toso dia cheni
Akuma FM 87.9 Kumasi.
Asante Kotoko for meeting na ba so na felas na se unya ni nyina anopai maboa no ede ama thanks to Emmanuel Ousuleto ono o Ghana ha nyina the best producer radio mu the best producer eno no on the nsem ni nyina ede aba enti baluchi bianken kai Kotoko krata na kakra o say Asante Kotoko Sporting Club wishes to inform its esteemed supporters, stakeholders and the general public of the restructuring of the Interim Management Committee IMC in accordance with a directive from His Royal Majesty Otumfour-Proper II and the Mensia Palace. Dr. Proper Nete Ogum will no longer serve as a member of the IMC. This decision has been made to allow Dr. Ogum to fully dedicate his effort to his primary role as a head coach with a continued focus on leading the team to success on the pitch and advancing the club's objectives. Tiwei aya Kotoko krata wanum ade eba bonten ana makika kakra ade amawo yewie e ho felas nde pacho yewie ni nyina ade amawo ba bia befa bia no ensem afei ene free china ne ade no ebe bank bako ene aye ni nyina enso ade amawo no ne agina Kotoko a yemfa nto dwa so my appointment enti Amos Frempong Olomo wano unim saudi woni chema or a former Kotoko captain na Amos Frempong and as a sia yakasai Asante Kotoko for appointed on as deputy welfare officer as a team manager deputy and also Asante Kotoko youth team there one and the welfare officer entity brofro say Frempong has been appointed as a welfare officer and team manager of Asante Kotoko youth team. He will also deputize on Hinibrenya at the senior side. Eti Kotoko youth team no on the welfare officer the team manager. After about Kotoko senior team, ya ka say Henry Ohinibrenya one and a penny pa ya ono AS Ejumano oba be the deputy na fe wa be the tizena and so I kakra free oba. It was 7 at the etudwa. Now yanko na yanya djuma kakra emfam free o. Reverend Osei Kofi as a Kotoko has wamunya serious eno nti ana ebesi ne omo ankasa eni omo own stadium no we Reverend Osei Kofi Oskof nensem eni.
Even in Sudan, Kotoko represented Ghana in 1962. They are still in existence in their league. They were having stadiums with floodlights. What has happened in Ghana? House of Oaks and Kotoko, do they have stadium? 1962, they have a stadium with floodlights. Kotoko and House, do they have stadium? They are not serious in anything. They are not serious. Emirates is for who in Britain? Emirates Stadium. It's for Arsenal. Were they the people, Arsenal's people who built it? It was Emirates. It is the name Emirates that is on the stadium, but the stadium is for Arsenal. It happened in Kumasi. Opokunti and Kennedy brought in a Malaysian team. They wanted to build a stadium for Kotoko. And put their name on it, and it is for Kotoko. We have a lot to talk about.
Okay, Reverend Osekofi Atiano. Now, you call the Black Galaxies. You call Black Galaxies. And Baluchi Yankwe. Now, what do I need to the Black Galaxies are? Coach, you know, as I Obama friend, Madam Frono. Let your friend. You be the questions. I bet I'm get him. I dare you anymore. I got to go right back and get him. What Fred dreams are say. Almost sent tabaki. Joseph Ablomon Cow. Oko Haza, someone who found Catino. I'm a football. I'm a
87.9.
The last season, I joined the Fred team. I check for Munchen squad. Of Fred, goalkeeper Apia Kubi, Frederick Asari, Kofi Mensah, Benjamin Asari. Have 4 goalkeepers, I don't know. Defenders there, Kamadin Mamudu, Samuel Ashikwe Butimbe, Division 1.
87.9
Samuel Ashikwe, Isaac Afu, Francis Aqua da Kotoko Perno, Utili DBA, or they have faster tone. Francis Aqua, Suleiman Fatau, Razak Simpson, Ebenezer Aban, Kelvin Osesibi, Nuruddin Abdullahi, Muhammad Ali, Eric Danso Boating, Dreams, Sasan Tabak Nyade, Eric Danso Boating, Samuel Amufa of Hearts of Folk, and Joseph Ablo of us. Now, Ablom of us on your gun in you. O free guinea by James Omurifino, or a gun in yesterday. Enti Eric Danso Boating, or my friend. Hafiz Ibrahim, about the Atam Divisa Academy. Sabo Edi Jayo. Your friend Blasters Kwayam was open friend. Richard Ejatete of Adriana Stars. Abdul Karim, Nations FC. Manuel Mante Midiema. Isa Yakubu. Esi Academy Baseke, Holy Stars. Sylvester Simba. Hey, Baseke Holy Stars. But Dreams player Obolon. Inti fast. Sylvester Simba, no. Walid Nima Fuseni. Emmanuel Enchi of Asante Kotoko, Hamza Isa, Accra House of Folk, Mustafa Yakubu, Heart of Lions, Afe Derek Jomidiema, Stephen Amankura, Brekum Chelsea, Sani Mohammed, Heart of Oak, Dauda Saka, Asante Kotoko, Mohammed Abdul Rahman, Nswatramai, Pfizer Chewite, Nations FC, and a branch did Jerry Efriye, Tots FC. Strikers no apart from Pfizer Chewite. Obia no amademo aswani ade chai Asante Kotoko player de tin ade Abet Amwa enti ese coach ade nchirimu ade papa enti head coach ade ma the Black Galaxies and Ghanaian from local Black Stars opanya de tin ade Masoud Didi Dramani and after 32 players Kaisa Ghana yane Nigeria ewo game campaign from November 25, 2024. Our Ghanaman Soccer Center of Excellence, our Pram. Na nyame adoma na se kwesiana ebe yebo league matches ni yepe na mranche na report na kaise yebo FA Cup mum ewia na omako omukọ campaign no matwen ye ne Nigeria game no Ghana and yebo first leg ewa ha December 21st, 2024. Return leg no ebeba so December 27, between December 27 and 29th, Nigeria for a date, no mabo. And Kaisa Black Galaxies, Nyame Aya Duma, game no, a bosso, Ghana, the 21st of December, for 4 days time. You boy, nice and right, or maybe bring your campo. You boy, yeah, not 27th, and 29th, Nigeria for my date, near the return leg. Now, after the second week of camping, between December 1 and 5, the team will break camp for the national elections and resume campaign from December 8th. Eti nyame adoma omukọ ekopiem 25th na. No mo ye training ni ade na no. Ombekọ so a. Nemum ye be breki ama ye to aban de a obi abekọ na ye to aban wie 7th. Ade chi 8th. No mo sa report no mo camp. Na preparation ato aso. Eno so no say we ya mo club bi mana because 15th of December league ebe resume eno ombesa bebo said no mo ye na no mo no maba it is 32 players are in camp one more kwakwa preparation anya asem keto akreto nsem no e de ema yen atiefo Ghana Football Association retreat no almost ma postpone eti ketro no e humana pressure bana so kakra bia oso ebibi since a cat is what postpone at the Ghana Football Association wishes to inform its members, partners, and all stakeholders, including the general public, that the Ghana Football Retreat initially scheduled for November 28, 2024 have been rescheduled. Following consultation with key partners and stakeholders, it became imperative to reschedule the Ghana Football Retreat to a later date to ensure full and meaningful participation of all in this important engagement on the national teams. A new date for the retreat will be announced in due course. We appreciate the understanding and cooperation of all members, partners, and stakeholders. And today, almost a date, almost Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Education, Ministry of Sports. Obi abeba no mo consult wo. Omo consult you no maka job say debi. Ye nyabre. Enti mo postpone ade no. Ampa won postpone. Now, me ko Henry Asante Chum. Henry Asante Chum, a sports person at the Ghana Football Association. Henry Asante Chum and Eka say, now Henry say, waka changes. Mo now say changes of coaches and you're good. And from the Black Stars, and most times, poor performance of the team beyond the coach when you're in a bid to defend Otuado.
It's not always the case. That has been what we've done, or the association has done in the last 4 occasions. CK left, Milo came, Milo left, Otto came, Otto left, Chris Hilton came, Chris left, and Otto came back. In each of these situations, there are reasons. It's not only about technical reasons on the pitch. Sometimes it's about management of the pitch, which informs your decision or gives you the reason to fire. So the example you gave, if my child continues to fail in the school and he has a teacher who is good, maybe we have to go into the issues by engaging the teacher, engaging the child, sit both of them down, find out what is wrong. If the problem is coming from the teacher, you fire the teacher and get a new teacher to take over. If the problem is coming from your ward, you look at the solution. Is the solution about giving up? Absolutely not. You have to continue to invest. So we are in a very tight situation where we cannot abandon the team. There have been issues about investment, and you need to also look at investment and return. The return after investment or the benefit after investment. Government will continue to invest, but when it gets to a point where you are not getting the result, what do you do? In the Executive Council meeting on Wednesday, they took a decision to invite the coach, which is a norm. It's been happening. So the coach will appear before the committee. He needs to submit his report. His report will be perused by the committee. Hopefully his report would be submitted before he appears. So by the time he appears, they have a full knowledge of what transpired in the qualifying series, whatever challenges whatsoever, he needs to make it known. And once he appears before the committee and answers questions, they will make a firm decision regarding his future.
Hello, Henry Asante Chum. Now, I say, so going forward, I'm person various national teams in under 17, under 20, 23, local Black Stars will be very strong. No matter produce quality players at the main national team.
Well, first of all, we need to resolve the technical direction of the team. The Executive Council will meet on Wednesday again. They will have the benefit of listening to the coach, after which a decision will be made. And then from there, we also have to look at the junior national teams and how best we can bring them up. Yes, it is also a fact that the U20, the U17 have not been competitive over a period. On 4 occasions, we haven't qualified for the African Championship as far as the U17 is concerned, and that is a major worry. And then we've been in and out of the Africa Championship. That takes us to the World Cup. We qualified in 2021. Because of COVID, FIFA cancelled the World Cup. Then the next edition, we couldn't make it. This time, we are fortunate to make it to another African Championship. And then we look at making it to the World Cup. You only have a strong base when your junior national teams are also doing well. And that is what needs to be restored. Once we are able to finish and get a good foundation, lay all the layers, and ensure these national teams, junior national teams are doing well, you have a good future.
Right, and so I did free over. It was several and to already today Henry Asante Chum. Finally, or say, and you credit that Sabio to Adwa Juma or Escono, and as a GFA president, interviews will be an interview. There have been some concerns that I will allude to.
that sometimes there is influence, there is conflict of interest and what have you. But at the end of the day, it depends on where you sit and it depends on how you analyze the situation. If I have a player, for instance, for where I sit and what I know, 90% of the time, these things happen based on recommendations. Now, when you recommend the player, I can recommend the player to you if you have a club. You can do same if I am the head coach of the Satellites or Meteors or Black Queens or any of the national teams. But it is up to the player to prove, on the pitch. It becomes problematic when you now have to insist that the player plays at all costs. Where I sit, I cannot prove that there have been such situations. Yes, the president is also on record to have said that in this era, you cannot leave the selection of players to one individual. Yes, but how far can you go in terms of those interventions? That is another subject that needs to be discussed. How?
Henry Asante Chum. Na no see na lawyer and Storm says Konitum and Asante Konitum. Blaster technical team a week some diffuse overall as soon as possible. Wait, technical team or say week pa tese dissolve na enyoma etimi ekwarim.
The problem is that we fought it in the appointment of the technical team over a period of years. Some of these things are also due to pressure from above. I'm telling you the truth as to who we want as a coach. And it's not only under this government. All this go and do interview and the rest. So they are mere rules. Anytime we've appointed coaches and the coaches are appointed due to interference, that coach doesn't do well. Go and investigate and see, because he's giving the job on a silver platter. Go and investigate. The current problem is only twofold. As for issue whether they should change, people are going around and they are using English words, change. If you want somebody to change, if you want Kotoko to change, say it. And let's stop this going around things and there is. For me, the problem is twofold. We have a bad technical team. They are not up to the task if they are to lead us in the next 5 years. Because Ghanaians don't have patience.
No, and Thompson, lawyer. Now, you know, say, more names the blasters and the problems, or no, why a boy chair, why has to full boss secretary at many years. And as Thompson say, Sergeant, free players, my 8, I will draw some. Now, coach, as a captain, no, the way, no, I did Yamawino. I clear indications of problems with team, disunity, I owe team.
There's spiritualism in that team, there's conflict in that team. They only come and stand on the pitch to behave as if they are together. It is not a football team we have there. We have a group of individuals who are highly conflicted. Ask yourself, and if you experience in football, why would 8 players tell you they are not available? Simply because a coach, the captain has been given back to Jordan. There's a problem there. Don't come and tell me that they are not available because they are injured. No, because they are divided.
No, I am lawyer and as Thompson. Now, Kofi Mensah, a goalkeeper at the Nations FC. When I call up our Black Galaxies camp, I know, and Kofi Mensah, I say, Ghana Premier League, no question womb, and I say, in 12 players in a cahier, pitches near Bosobon, and yet, 80 boys, a quabat diomo, and I see in Trichomi, Jomoyano, or say, league, a performs.
We normally play at different pitches, and that is not in the league. So I think Ethiopia. Sometimes they play at the national stadium. All the teams will come on one stadium and they play 5 games. They will go to different stadiums, play 5 games. That's why the league is going forward and more attractive. And you see, and their money too is very good. It's very good. So if they can do something about it, we have a good players. Day in day out, players are going, and you see the league is coming down. I get a chance 2012. And you see, I play with some experienced players, like Samia J and Steve Drew. I was very young. And now the league is going down. I see when the player comes 1 season, 2 seasons, they want to leave the country because of the money issue and some family problems. That's when most of the players want to leave the country. But when they come together and they do the league, I think the league will become better. That's when I get the experience from Ethiopia. They understand themselves for them to play at the one stadium. But here, no team will allow to leave his home ground and play for.
Let's say, bra, Mpacho, for Bezam Tia DBS, goalkeeper Kofi Mensah, or a goalkeeper the nations. And I say, on when you experience baby, no, there's some genesis no drum. A Mpacho, Bohadami, a team for because Kofi Mensah and Samia Jemu Bobo. And Kofi Mensah how many years? Yentino.
Their money too is very good. It's very good. So if they can do something about it, we have a good players, you know, day in, day out, players are going, and you see the league is coming down. I get a chance 2012, and you see I play with some experienced players. I like Samia J and Steve Drew. I was very young, and now the league is going down. I see a player, when the player come 1 season, 2 seasons, he want to leave the country because of the money issue and some family problems. That's when most of the time players want to leave the country. But when they come together and they do the league, I think the league will become better. That's when I get the experience from Ethiopia. They understand themselves for them to play at the one stadium. But here, no team will allow to leave his home ground and play for another stadium. That's what is the problem. So I think when they put things together, everything will be fine.
Kofi Mensah at the end no. Yadumasi anopai mi jemu na Sir John atoso at the amamo. Haya koma 87.9 FM. Fa no